Once upon a time, in a land of rolling hills, deep forests, and shimmering lakes, there stood a magnificent castle surrounded by lush greenery. The kingdom was ruled by a wise king and his gentle queen, who were blessed with 7 children, 6 brave and noble sons, and 1 kind-hearted daughter named Elara. Elara was the youngest, her hair as golden as the sun, and her eyes as blue as the sky. She adored her brothers, each of whom possessed unique talents. The eldest was strong and courageous, the second, clever and quick-witted, the third, poetic and dreamy, the fourth, just and fair-minded, the fifth, adventurous and daring, and the sixth, tender-hearted and loyal. Together, they formed an unbreakable bond, filling the castle with laughter and love. But their happiness was not to last forever. One fateful evening, while the family dined together in the grand hall, a shadow fell across the castle grounds. A wicked sorceress, driven by envy of the royal family's joy, entered the palace disguised as a wandering beggar. Her heart burned with hatred for the king and queen, whose prosperity only highlighted her own loneliness and bitterness. As the family welcomed her warmly, offering food and shelter, the sorceress revealed her true nature. With a wave of her staff, she unleashed a powerful curse upon the 6 brothers. In an instant, they transformed into majestic swans, their human forms replaced by gleaming white feathers and graceful wings. "You have taken too much happiness from this world," the sorceress cackled. "Now your sons shall roam the skies, bound to their avian shapes until the end of time." Before vanishing into thin air, she added cruelly, "Only one who loves them more than herself can undo this magic. But beware, silence must be her weapon, for a single word spoken will doom them all." The king and queen wept bitterly at the loss of their sons, but young Elara resolved to save them no matter the cost. Determined to break the curse, Elara set out on a perilous quest. Guided by whispers of ancient lore, she ventured into the enchanted forest where the sorceress resided. Along the way, she faced countless trials that tested her courage, wit, and resolve. First, she encountered a mischievous band of goblins who tried to steal her belongings. Using her quick thinking, Elara tricked them into revealing the location of the starflower, an elusive plant said to hold the power to lift curses. These flowers grew only under the light of the stars, deep within the heart of the forest. Next, she crossed paths with a wise old owl perched atop a gnarled oak tree. The owl warned her of the dangers ahead but also shared a vital secret. To free her brothers, Elara must weave 6 shirts entirely from the starflower petals. However, she must remain completely silent throughout the process, for even a single word would strengthen the curse instead of breaking it. Armed with this knowledge, Elara pressed onward, her determination unwavering. After days of searching, Elara discovered a hidden glade bathed in starlight, where the starflowers bloomed like tiny constellations on Earth. Each night, she carefully plucked the delicate petals, avoiding the sharp thorns that guarded them. By day, she wove the petals into fine fabric, stitching each shirt with painstaking precision and endless love. Her hands bled from the thorns, and her fingers grew raw from the repetitive motion, yet she never complained. Instead, she sang silently in her heart, imagining the day when her brothers would once again walk among her as humans. Years passed, and Elara worked tirelessly without uttering a sound. During those lonely nights, she often heard the haunting calls of her swan brothers flying overhead, searching for her. Though her heart ached to call out to them, she clung to her vow of silence, trusting that her sacrifice would bring them salvation. At long last, after 6 grueling years, Elara completed the final stitch on the 6th shirt. Exhausted but triumphant, she carried the garments to the highest hill near the castle, where she knew her brothers would gather during the next full moon. As the silver light of the moon bathed the earth, the 6 swans descended gracefully, their white feathers gleaming like snow. Without hesitation, Elara placed the starflower shirts over their backs. Instantly, the transformation began. Feathers dissolved into skin, wings became arms, and the swans returned to their human forms. Their voices rang out in joyous laughter as they embraced their sister, grateful for her unwavering devotion. Tears streamed down their faces as they realized how much she had sacrificed for their sake. However, just as the curse seemed fully lifted, a single feather clung stubbornly to the sleeve of the youngest brother. For though Elara had worked tirelessly, a tiny tear in the fabric had gone unnoticed. This meant he would retain one arm as a small reminder of the ordeal they had endured together. Despite this imperfection, the family rejoiced. The king and queen welcomed their children back with open arms, and the kingdom celebrated the breaking of the curse with feasts, music, and dancing. From that day forward, Elara's bravery and selflessness were remembered in songs and stories throughout the land. Though life would never be exactly as it was before, the siblings cherished their reunion all the more. The youngest brother, now half man and half swan, became a symbol of resilience and hope. He taught the people of the kingdom about acceptance and adaptation, inspiring many with his strength. And so, the 6 brothers and their beloved sister lived happily ever after, their bond stronger than ever. They built a new life, filled with love, laughter, and gratitude, knowing that nothing could ever truly separate them again. For in the end, it was not magic alone that saved them, it was the unyielding love of a sister willing to give everything for those she held dear. The end.